What's good, YouTube, man? It is your boy Solid back with another solid reaction. And today, the scary truth about Luka Dončić, nobody is noticing. I notice it, and I know people are not gonna like this comparison, but it is there. The way this man has been playing for the past 2 years, we have to give him his flowers, his props. I think we're seeing another player like Larry Bird, not with the trash talking, not with the Celtics, but just how he plays the game, how much he can do, what he can do with the game. Luka Dončić is really, really gifted. I think right now, if I'm being honest, Luka Dončić is sitting at like 30, I think it was like 31, 9 and 9 on his assist, points, and rebounds. I believe so. 31, 9 and 9 is crazy, bro. That is a line that you got to really look at and be like, yo, why is he not in the running for the MVP? Which is another argument I really want to get into. Why isn't Luka Dončić in the running for the MVP? He's like 5th overall. With a stat line like that, there's a couple of people he could be ahead of, man. But man, before we get into this video, man, if this is your first time, see me on your screen, man. Hi, I'm your boy Solid, back with another video, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and leave some comments, because comments really do go a long way when it comes to this YouTube game. Let's get active and see what's going on.
In the NBA, we have different eras. When it's the 2020s, where we have players like Luka Dončić, Giannis, and everybody dominating the NBA. And then we have the 90s. And everybody online is saying, we are done with the 90s. We are done with
Which
the 90s.
Which is crazy, bro.
And this statement has been trending all over social media. So I thought, why don't we compare Larry Bird and Luka Dončić together? I know this is going to be a hard one, but I'm going to try my best. I know, guys, comparisons are hard to make, and
ooh, okay, I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared. Okay, so now we know it's going to be a comparison. I thought it was just going to be more about what's the same as these two players. I really think there's a lot of similarities, but okay, now we got a comparison. Now I get to argue a little bit. Let's get into it, okay?
Their own opinion. So you could tell me in the comments, who do you got, Luka or Larry Bird? We're going to be breaking down different stats. We're going to be looking at,
put it in the comments, man.
Other talking heads have had.
Hey, my fam, put it in the comments. Throw the Larry Bird in the comments, bro, because I think everybody on this channel, including me, we're going for Larry Bird. So go ahead and throw that in the comment. Put the Larry Bird in the comment. Let me put a bird. I don't care. Put something down there. Let me know you rocking with Larry Bird and not Luka Dončić, bro. Let's get into it, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I want to hear what he got to say, so.
And let's get right into it. So I was scrolling through Twitter like any basketball fan, and I saw this clip. And you could see this fake by Luka and Larry Bird are almost identical. And when we look at the surface of everything, we could pretty much see that there is a little bit of a comparison.
Yeah.
When we look at the athletic side of things, both players weren't really that athletic, but they got to their spots and they got to their mid-range or three-point shots. But there is one aspect of their game that is very different, and this is on the awareness side of things. Larry Bird was a very good defender when it came to anticipating things like charges, passing lanes, and he was also one of the best offensive rebounders. And when we look at Luka Dončić is a little bit more different. He's way better as a
that hook shot,
handler,
low key,
and he is way better at making.
Low key, that hook shot from the 3-point line still gives me chills, bro. Still gives me chills, bro. Like if you see it, bro, that hook from the 3-point line is crazy. Hold on, let's see if we can get it.
When we look at Luka Dončić
that one right
is
there,
a little bit more different.
A hook shot from the
as a primary ball handler, and he is way better at making contested shots. So to better understand this, what we're getting is that Luka Dončić plays more of a primary ball handling role, while Larry Bird was more off the ball, and he started possessions around the wing areas. So far, their play style isn't really as similar as everybody on social media thinks. Now let's look at the other aspect where we can compare them, and this is wins. How many championships you got, bro? So right now, when we look at it, Larry Bird has 3
blowing him out,
under his belt, while Luka Dončić has 0 championships with half of the seasons that Larry Bird has played. Then Larry Bird has had 2 finals MVPs, while Luka Dončić has had 0. But when we look at the stats, we have to look at the playoff appearances, and Larry Bird has had 12, while Luka has only had 3. So I think once Luka Dončić continues to play, there may be a possibility that he could catch Larry Bird on Finals MVP, but he has to have a very capable team around him that's going to help him win a championship. And when we're looking
this
at
team
the
that he got now
right now in the NBA,
this team he got now was pretty tough. I mean, if they play right together, I think he can do something with it. I mean, I've been watching Dallas. A couple teams that I watch a lot, like recently, will be Dallas. I've been watching the Nuggets a lot. There's another team that I've been really paying attention to that's like up and coming. They're not like crazy good, but the Knicks. That's another team. And the crazy thing is, I never thought the Knicks would ever be good, but I'm looking at the Knicks like they're actually tough. They're actually somebody to mess with, like crazy.
It's looking pretty tough for Luka.
Sack too, Sacramento too. Sack too. I'll give Sack that.
This basically means that you are top 5 in the NBA. You have to be top 5 to make first team. And Luka Dončić so far has had 4 All-NBA first teams, while Larry Bird has had 9. And this is where I think Luka Dončić is going to catch up to Larry Bird, and if not, actually do better than him. I really think that Luka Dončić can get another 7 or 8 All-NBA first teams. And on the longevity side of things, I think that Luka can play quite long just because of the way he plays. He doesn't really rely on athleticism, and that can be very good.
That is crazy.
Now let's look at all defensive teams. And where does Larry Bird and Luka stack up?
I think Larry has 2.
Has 3 all
he has 3?
teams,
Okay.
While Luka Dončić has 0.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people hate on Luka Doncic's defense.
It's horrible.
Really not that bad. Luka is a solid defender, but do I think he's going to catch up to Larry Bird's 3 all-defensive teams? No. I think Luka's going to stay at 0 all-defensive teams.
Yeah, I can do that.
Where we have some similarities is the Rookie of the Year award. In Larry's rookie season, he averaged 21, 10, and 5, while Luka Dončić averaged 21, 8, and 6 in 72 games. So clearly, when we look at the rookie stats, I would have Larry Bird over Luka Dončić because Larry also had 1.7 steals per game in his rookie season. So I would take the defense and the rebounding over the couple assists that Luka Dončić has over Larry Bird. But there was one stat that really changed my mind in this conversation, and this is when we compare prime Larry Bird to Luka Dončić's first 3 seasons in the NBA. And well, let's look at these stats. Larry Bird averaged 25.8 points, 8.7 rebounds, 6.3 assists on 51, 41, 90 shooting splits.
And that's the crazy thing. All right, we see this. Now watch Luka's, bro. Like, I'm not even on Luka's side, but Luka really tough when you pay attention. Like, Luka tough.
In his prime. While Luka Dončić put up a crazy 28.2 points per game,
9 and 9, if I'm not
9.1 rebounds, 8.4 assists,
8, okay,
on 46, 33, 73 shooting splits in his first 3 seasons. So when you look at efficiency wise, I would easily take Larry Bird over Luka Dončić, but when we look at production in just his first 3 seasons,
he's
Luka
pretty
Dončić
good.
Is pretty close to Larry Bird. But even when we look at efficiency in the 80s and 90s, they would take way less shots. And when we look at the modern NBA right now, there is way more volume. So that could also be another reason why Larry Bird was more efficient. But the scary thing about this comparison right here,
but that don't change the fact that he's still more efficient. You know, we don't know what would have happened if Larry took more shots. We know what happened because Luka took more shots. You get what I'm saying? We know what happened. That's all I'm saying.
You look at Larry Bird in his prime and Luka in his first 3 seasons, is that these stats weren't when Luka was in his prime, and Luka still hasn't hit his prime. This season, Luka is averaging 34 points,
9 and 9,
9.8 assists, and 9 rebounds, and he still isn't the favorite to win the MVP. And when we look at Larry Bird's
bro, was I not just saying that? Is that not a crazy stat line to look at and say, this isn't our MVP? He's almost averaging a triple-double every game. This isn't our MVP. We're really looking at this player going, this isn't our MVP. Now, granted, he is up against Jokic. Jokic is tough as hell. I think Wemby also should be in that argument. Wemby has been playing off. I give him that as well. But when you look at Luka's stat line, you go 34, 9, and 9. How is he not our MVP? Like, he should be landslide our MVP, not in 5th place. And that's the part that's blowing me. Like, you're in 5th.
He averaged 28 points, 9.7 rebounds, and 7 assists, which in the 80s era, in that level of production, is absolutely wild. But
Yes.
still, when we look at these 3 base stats, I would easily have Luka Dončić because, believe it or not, Luka is only
34,
just
9
getting
and 9
started.
is
But let's
crazy,
look at
bro.
something else that's becoming more prevalent in the modern NBA, and this is triple doubles. These records are being broken and broken, and a lot of the older NBA players didn't really think that this would be possible. They didn't think that Russell Westbrook was gonna overtake Oscar Robertson in triple doubles.
Yeah.
And well, it did happen.
What Oscar did with the triple-double, and that would never happen ever again. Never.
Sorry, older dudes, but you guys were wrong. And when we look
Yeah,
at Larry Bird and Luka Dončić
we didn't
and the
expect that one, I'll give him
triple-double
that.
side of things, well, a couple of months ago, Luka Dončić passed Larry Bird for 9th on the NBA's all-time list for triple-doubles with 60. And
Dang.
he's just racking them up and getting a very
What?
huge gap on Larry Bird.
Luka
as
tough.
Larry Bird has 59 triple-doubles in the 13 seasons that he has played. So take this in.
Waka.
Luka Dončić has played 6 seasons, while Larry Bird has played double those seasons in 13, and Luka Dončić just surpassed him in triple doubles.
Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I look at the future and when I look at dominance, I would rather have Luka Dončić. But in terms of winning championships and finals MVPs, I would rather have Larry
Bird, okay.
Right now, Luka is on a crazy trajectory, and if he stays healthy, he could surpass Larry Bird in his triple doubles and even double it. So from all of this, what do you guys think? Would you rather have Luka Dončić or Larry Bird? And
I'm going to stick with mine and say I'm going to keep Larry Bird regardless of it. But it is great. I mean, that is one of the things that I do. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but personally, me, I still watch the NBA. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to, but I still watch it because I do love the game. It is great to see players like Larry Bird, Nikola Jokic, Wemby. I'm actually enjoying watching Wemby play. I don't know what it is with him and Chet, but I swear he hates Chet. I don't know what Chet did, but he hates Chet. So I'm loving it. I feel like the era is really evolving back to something that we as the 90s fans will enjoy. Now we're going to miss out on it. We're going to miss out on it. I'm not going to lie. It's just the game is really evolving back to what it used to be, and you can see it with players like Wemby coming in, with players like I'm trying to think of his name right now. He plays for the Toronto Raptors. I can't even think of the kid's name, but he reminds me of Dennis Rodman. Like, there's players that's coming in the league now that I'm looking at and I'm going, these are players that I'm going to enjoy watching later on. But right now, how the league is set up with LeBron and how they kind of statue towards how LeBron likes to play, it's not a great game to watch. But once LeBron is gone, you'll see, I think once LeBron is gone, we'll see a more vibrant basketball game. I'm being bluntly honest. I really think that's what it is. I think the rules favor LeBron. So you get what I'm saying? It's something that we got to pay attention to. But man, if y'all guys did enjoy this video, man, do me a favor, man. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on so you never miss another solid upload. Hey, drop them comments because comments really go a long way. See y'all in the next video. Peace.